Dr. Phyllis Zagano is an internationally acclaimed Catholic scholar and sought-after lecturer on contemporary spirituality and women's issues in the Church. Author of 22 books and hundreds of articles, she is a senior research associate in residence and adjunct professor of religion at Hofstra University. She has taught at Fordham and Boston universities and was a visiting professor at the Yale Divinity School. She is also a 3-time Fulbright Scholar and the recipient of numerous awards, notably the Isaac Hecker Award for Social Justice. During the past 4 months, she has twice traveled to Rome as a member of the Papal Study Commission on Women in the Diaconate. In case you were wondering, the person who invited her to the commission is none other than Pope Francis himself. Very impressive. She is the only person to have traveled from outside Europe and is one of 6 women to serve on the commission. While the work of the commission is highly classified, we do know that she and the Pope took on the thorny issue of how to take the perfect selfie, evidence of which is featured in tonight's digital journal. Be sure you find it, it's adorable. Phyllis served 31 years in the U.S. Navy Reserve as a public affairs officer, retiring with the rank of commander. On one occasion, her duties involved escorting Mother Teresa of Calcutta, of course now it is Saint Teresa of Calcutta, around the United Nations. For an entire day, she heard the Deputy Ambassador of the United States to the United Nations say, "Just follow Phyllis, Mother." People have been following Phyllis ever since her days at Sacred Heart Academy. She has been actively involved with Sacred Heart, serving as a valued leader among her loyal class of 1965 and sharing her wisdom as a commencement speaker. Tonight, Sacred Heart Academy is proud to honor Dr. Phyllis Zagano for her commitment to lead with heart.
My name on it. I have to give a shout out to my family and my Hofstra colleagues and my friends who are at the table over here. You launched me, but they kept me here and got me here, so thanks to them. And thank you so much, Kristen, for your kind words and for your leadership at Sacred Heart Academy. I know that Sister Jean Ross and Sister Gina Moore are tough acts to follow, and I'm glad and grateful that you've joined the SHA family. Thanks too to Mary Jo Clark and Karen Rienzi, your dedicated staff of fine women who put this lovely evening together. In spite of, well, anyone who's managed one of these events knows that anything that can go wrong will. Even so, you're here, we are here, and each is celebrating all who have been touched in one way or another by the experience of a Josephite education at Sacred Heart Academy. My fellow honorees are fine examples of women's achievements in business and industry. Laura Roach is from the class of 1988. Donna Toots is from the class of 1977, and I congratulate them. I was graduated 52 years ago. I feel like the designated survivor. For the record, I hated the uniforms. They were these awful maroon jumper dresses under which we wore short-sleeved nylon blouses. As freshmen, we had to walk around the classroom swinging our arms so Sister could check to see if we were wearing full slips. We had little maroon berets for our heads and nylon stockings for our feet. The shoes, as I recall, were sturdy leather brogues, perhaps designed for working with heavy equipment. was not that crazy about the gym uniforms either, but photographs of which are happily not available. But they want me to tell you how much I value my time at Sacred Heart. They also want me to tell you that you should support Catholic girls' education. Well, you're here. So you are supporting Catholic girls' education. You have given your time and treasure to come out this evening and say, yes, it's a good thing that Sacred Heart has educated young women for 67 years and will continue to do so. And I've just returned from 2 months in Rome. I lived at Domus Sanctae Martae, the hotel residence of the Pope and his personal staff, and of about 30 priests and bishops who work in the Vatican. Can I draw a straight line from learning religion and Latin and French at Sacred Heart and working in the Vatican Library? Maybe not a straight line, but it helped. Can I tell you that the 3.5 years of playing JV and varsity basketball completely prepared me to work with 6 priests and 5 other women on the Papal Commission? Not completely. But I worked with wonderful scholars from Austria, from Belgium, Italy, Spain, Rwanda, and the United States in a team effort to answer Pope Francis's request of us. Can I tell you that getting suspended from school for a week taught me anything? Well, yes. You see, I was the only girl in the hotel room who admitted to smoking cigarettes on the junior trip. What that taught me is the value of telling the truth, no matter the consequences. You see, that's what I do for a living. I speak the truth. Some people say I speak truth to power. At this point in my life, actually, that's a bit of an understatement. Yes, I write about social and economic and church issues in the National Catholic Reporter and elsewhere, but for most of my academic life, I've studied and written and spoken about the Church's tradition of ordaining women as deacons. I have studied and written and spoken about the fact that women were ordained in the same ceremonies as men, that women ministered in many of the same ministries as men, that women anointed other women in baptism, that women anointed ill women, that women catechized and cared for the poor, much as they do today. We each and all, in our own ways, are church ministers. The sisters who taught us, and they who are here this evening, dedicated their lives to our educations. Whether as faculty or students or alumni or parents or friends of Sacred Heart Academy, we have learned from them and from Sacred Heart that we are part of this wonderful enterprise called church, and that we have both a place and a say in it. For me, the restoration of the Diaconate is a permanent vocation by the Second Vatican Council, 2 years after I left the Chaminade stage with a Sacred Heart Academy diploma in hand, gave the church, and by that I mean all of us, the chance to restore women to the pulpit and to the chancery. Will it happen? I am not the Pope. I cannot speak about the commission, and I certainly cannot predict the future, but I can say that given the historical evidence, restoring women to the ordained diaconate is possible. I've been saying that for years. I can also say that I am profoundly grateful that you are here to honor me and Laura and Donna, and to join us in honoring and celebrating Sacred Heart Academy and each other. So thank you, Sacred Heart, and all that you mean and encompass. In the words of the alma mater, which I was politely invited not to sing at my graduation, clear hast thou stressed a valiant womanhood. I am doing what I can. Thank you.